Thanks once again for tuning in for another episode of Blake Clan Health and Fitness. I'm Brian. This is Dave.
And we do the research so you don't gotta. Whoop whoop. Whoop.
Today, we're going to be your hosts in a look back at a man who is arguably credited as the father of modern fitness.
Yeah. Usually we talk about ways to build muscle or lose some fat, and then something weird happens. But not today. No, not today. Today, we're going to teach you about a little thing called the Charles Atlas Dynamic Tension Bodybuilding and Fitness Course. That's a mouthful. Whew.
Now, like always, we're going to do a fair and honest review of the subject material. But before we begin, let's talk about Charles Atlas. Charles Atlas was born in Acre, Italy, under the name of Angelino Siciliano, on October 30th, 1892. He moved to America in 1902 as a leather worker in Brooklyn, New York.
Yeah, and Angelo finally caught his break in 1921 after winning a fitness contest in Madison Square Garden and being dubbed Siciliano, the world's most perfectly developed man.
Charles Atlas was a tireless self-promoter and claimed that they retired the contest after he won twice because they realized that there would never be another specimen better than him. And so he would just keep winning year after year after year, so there was no point.
Yeah, and in 1922, the now 30-year-old Siciliano officially changed his name to Charles Atlas. It sounded much more American. Sounds like America. He met Dr. Frederick Tilney, a British homeopathic physician. Atlas and Tilney met through Bernard McFadden, who was using Atlas as a model for a short movie entitled The Road to Health. Atlas wrote a fitness course and then asked Tilney to edit the course. Mr. Tilney agreed, and Atlas went into business in 1922. Tilney himself had an extensive background in weight training.
Now, it's not really the title of most perfectly developed man or the starring role in that short cinema flick, The Road to Health, that made Atlas famous.
Yo, check it out, dog. It was comic book ads. When Charles Atlas was a wee bambino, he claimed he was a 97-pound weakling and constantly picked on and had sand kicked all up in his face. And he had many comic book ads that ran all the way up to the 70s. Many of these featured variations of the same theme, involving a skinny kid getting picked on by a bully and having his girlfriend stolen. The comic ends after the skinny kid bulks up using the Atlas program, kicks the bully's ass, and his fickle girlfriend wants him back. But then he slaps that bitch, because he don't need that shit. He'll knock her clean on her.
Nope, that's... No.
But that's how you treat hoes, dog.
Yeah, but we're just talking about Charles Atlas today.
Oh, I could dig it.
Yeah. So, now we get to the Atlas fitness plan. And Charles Atlas was a very big advocate of building muscles without using free weights and going to the gym.
That's right. It's the original six-pack shortcuts. According to Atlas himself, he was getting frustrated at the local YMCA, and one day while at the zoo, he watched a lion stretch, and he thought to himself, does this have old gentleman barbells? Does he have any exercisers? Does he even lift? And it came over him. He's been putting one muscle against another. Or the lion had just woken up from a nap. But anyway, that's supposedly the story.
Yeah, so the fitness plan doesn't include any free weights, bars, or special equipment, but instead favors push-ups, sit-ups, and various types of calisthenics.
Not only that, but you get pictures of Charles Atlas doing them. Sometimes even wearing a thong.
It's true that, one of his workout tips was to work out wearing as little clothing as possible to avoid constriction of the muscles. So, as you can already tell, a few of the tips he suggests are a little out of date. But, hey, what do you expect from technique ideas that are now about 90 years old?
Yeah, one good thing that Atlas was on to was nutrition. Even though he didn't give specific amounts to eat, the dude knew what it took to build some muscles.
Yeah, the manual even gives tips on winning in boxing and gives a few jiu-jitsu moves as well. Atlas tries to be as well-rounded at what it means as being a man as possible. But the real question is, how does it all hold up in today's modern fitness?
Yeah, I don't know, man. The dude's got 3 pages about constipation.
Oh, yeah, like we said, there's some strange ideas in his manual.
How about the page on how to work your face muscles by making blowy faces?
Okay, well, it's not perfect, but honestly, let's just talk about the muscle building workouts.
Yeah. Push-up, dips, and squats, and they're better than nothing. Oh shit! I'm a little busy. I'm a little dizzy, B, from the blowy faces.
Gotta work out more, I guess. So, you might be able to build strength with his workouts at first and gain some muscles if you're a beginner, but eventually you'll want to move on to some weighted workouts.
Yeah, so overall, I give this workout program 2 out of 5 creatine shots.
Actually, I highly recommend picking up Charles Atlas' program.
What?
Yeah, you see, it's a short but fascinating read. It goes to show you just how far we've come in the fitness industry and gives a look into the writings of one of the most influential men in the history of the 20th century fitness boom.
Yeah, leave it to you to read an old gimmicky mail-order fitness program and treat it like Citizen Kane. Next you're going to be telling me we're going to do a holiday Christmas movie review of the Star Wars Holiday Special.
God, I hope not. Sadly, Charles Atlas died at the age of 80 doing what he loved to do the most.
Oh, was he fuck it?
I already know where you're going with that. No, Dave. It was during his daily jog. Charles Atlas was a man who had been respected for his beliefs, ridiculed for his techniques, and had skeptics wondering if stretching and bodyweight exercises were all he did to obtain his physique. Charles Atlas may be gone, but he lives on in pop culture through movies, references, songs, and his manual for health, the Charles Atlas Dynamic Tension Bodybuilding and Fitness Course. Thanks for tuning in for another episode of Blake Clan Health and Fitness.
Yeah, we do the research so you don't gotta. Whoop whoop! So is that what they were talking about in the Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Yeah, it was that song Charles Atlas.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna watch that now.